Hello everyone and welcome back to the Plague Simulator with me, Alfapiomega and Brittany. So, I'm starting this episode with some good news. Our income is back to positive numbers as the population has stabilized with the plague. I guess some of our people have figured out how to avoid the corpses that are lying everywhere. And that means we will most likely be able to repay the loan that's gonna be due in 2 years. That's the good news. The bad news is that the estate's loyalty dropped to 9%, and that is really bad because I can't really offer them any favors because they're below their threshold, and I can't really even do anything else. You might be able to bestow them a privilege to bump it up and then just, give them something worthless to make our relations slightly better. I don't know what's gonna happen at this point. It should drift up. It's just continuously dropping for me. I really don't know what I'm doing. Well, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm fucking them over left and right. But I don't know why it keeps dropping. I don't know if the game really calculates me just taking away all of their privileges, or if there's something else in it that I'm not aware of. Not entirely sure. Maybe it's the centralization that pisses them off. I'm not entirely sure. The matter of the fact is that right now we should be getting penalties to everything. Though I'm not sure if we can see it here anywhere. It's just gonna cause a whole lot of trouble. Yeah, they're increasing the unrest by 5.42, but that's not really a problem at this point anywhere. Yeah, I'm still worried though, because it's not good to have this whole estate. There can be some nasty events. I guess I've never seen that. Can't really lie. But if there's an event that would increase their loyalty, I would take it now, no matter what it would cost. Anyway, as far as technology goes, we're keeping up at the forefront of the development together with Milan and Granada, weirdly. So that is good. France is lagging behind. 3 levels in administrative, 4 levels in diplomatic, and they are at par with military technology. So that's I guess good. And very soon we should see what our heir Anne. I actually forgot to stress out that this is most likely going to be the second queen on our throne. Hey, here she goes. Okay, 15. And what's her trait? Please be something good. Please be something good. Please be something good. Come on. Can we introduce her? How much would that cost? 37 gold. It's actually quite a lot. It would give us prestige, but... Fuck, why? Why is every single person in our dynasty skeptical? I really, honestly don't get that. I have no fucking clue whatsoever why this is happening. That's so weird. Oh, fuck me. Do I need to disband one of you? I do, don't I? I don't want to, but the amount of money that we're paying, yeah, it's too much. And it's exactly what we need to stay. So let's disband one of the regiments. Oh, okay. So he's not gonna go to the pool. Actually, you know what? We might want to build the roads somewhere. There's a lot of wealth here to be had, and there's a lot of manpower that we can devote to it. So let's devote all of our manpower and... wait. And I guess the rural wealth. Okay, and now let's disband you. It's gonna come back to our manpower pool. We're back in the positive numbers, but we're gonna bleed out the 20% protection bonus, but I don't know, I think that's even worth mentioning. We should be okay. If we're still at positive numbers after this month ends, I will introduce my... It's not Air, it's Eris, isn't she? The skeptical queen. My god, the game is just throwing me to become... one of the reformed. Yeah, I think we'll be okay, so let's introduce her. We could use the bonus to legitimacy and prestige. Not sure if that helps with anything, but hey, it's still good. Well, this is interesting. Our first province has been converted to a burger province, and it's our capital to boot. So this is awesome. The monthly autonomy should start dropping really fast now, because the burgers are controlling it. Let's check out what they are like. They have no power whatsoever. I guess that's gonna have to recalculate. Maybe. And as you can see, our income has just jumped significantly up. No idea what happened. I guess the trade node. I'm thinking that the AI might be steering the trade somewhere else or something like that. There's something happening in the background that I can't figure out. However, we can find a way. No, we can't. Okay, so why can't we... Oh, the assimilation process. Damn it, I thought it would finish. Oh, okay, so we need to wait another 23 years. But hey, that's okay. Let's just keep improving relations with France so they don't really hate us anymore. The Destroyer Estates, I know about you, I can't do anything with you. And as this income is just insanely high, I'm gonna repay the loans and then save up a bit of money. I'm gonna build one ship though, an extra ship, so that we are at the limit. A monastic dispute. Okay, let's maintain the diplomat there. A delegation of monks have arrived in Nantes, asking the Duke to mediate between two factions that have emerged within their order. So you could split them into impose one rule on the whole order or appeal to the Pope. Let's fucking impose. They came to us to decide, so we're gonna decide, the bastards. And oh, one thing that I wanted to mention is, I was thinking continuously about what we're gonna go with, and I think we're gonna go with the humanist ideas, because those go well with the skepticism, or maybe we could go with the innovative ideas. Well, the innovative ideas would be more for a scholar, I guess. So let's go with the humanist ideas. They fit well within our diplomatic line and Simvor tongue. When you think about it a bit more, I mean, you know, it's not exactly easy to guess, but still. So, in 18 days, a new ship will be set to sail in Broganef, and that will put us on the limit that we have currently. We're still making a decent amount of money, 7.63, so I guess whatever turbulence there was is now gone, and the plague is gone as well, so, you know, those who survived the onslaught are now being happy and secure and safe, I guess. Our biggest colonies, Nadar and Arguing at are at over 900. Man, that's a really hard sentence. And once these two will be finished, we're gonna go after Juvifree. However, that in itself will lower our colonial maintenance by 4.25, which is, I think, enough for us to be happy. The next finished colony then will be Buyadur, and once that one is finished, I'm gonna go with the other one here, which is Banyul. At which point we're gonna probably finish at the Dhaka, and I'm gonna leave that one away from everything. We can't really colonize, anything else, so this will just mean that eventually our colonies will go down one by one. Or get finished, not down. That's the opposite. Actually, we have a couple of interesting things here that we will do. When we colonize the West Africa, we get a lot of prestige and diplomatic power. The Caribbean colony would be the most interesting one because it increases settler chance and global settler increases going up by 20. But for that, we need 5 fully colonized provinces in Greater Antilles or Hispaniola. And Settler in America is a cheap one, just 3 fully colonized provinces in North America, but we would get a conquistador with 80%, or with 80 tradition. Slaves will be produced in Goraya, really? Well, that's interesting. Well, good luck. What's our power right now in this trade node? Is it West Africa Charter? It's very small. 17. Wow, that's really not bad. When we finish the colonies and send ships and develop these provinces, we will really have a good thing happening. Peasants getting uppity. At times when peasants experience harsh subjugation, some of them would turn against their landlords, demanding better treatment and condition. Enforce serfdom, or these things happen. No, we really fucking can't go down with the greater nobles, so let's enforce serfdom. Takes away a bit of our administration, but hey, I want to finish the humanist ideas and the exploration ideas, but first we're gonna get the galleons. I want that 20% boost to income. We really need to get much, much higher than we are right now. The reason of that being simply the fact that whatever happened could happen again. Oh hey, burghers are starting to get a bit of power. Could we... Yeah, we can start working with them. Awesome. And they're fairly good. Do they have any privileges? Oh shit, they do. Fuck. Well, we're gonna take away the minor expansion of local autonomy from them. Because that's what's probably fucking us. Though, the autonomy is going down. But if we got rid of the minor expansion, it would go down even more. Maybe even to 0. So that's an interesting thought. And as our manpower maximum has been recalculated to 18,000, we are back at the... what is it called? Plentiful manpower bonus to production. As you can see, it's not something that we would really be, that big on. Jacques Cartier was born in 1491 in Saint-Malo. Cartier, who was a respectable mariner, improved his social status in 1520 by marrying Mary Catherine de Grand, member of a leading family. His good name in Saint-Malo is recognized by its frequent appearance in baptismal registers as godfathers or witnesses. As a Maloan, he took part in fishing near the Newfoundland, like many other Bretons and Basques. The Bishop of Saint-Malo introduces him to you as a navigator who has already traveled to Brazil and Newfoundland. Historically, he was the first European to describe and map the Gulf of St. Lawrence and the shores of the St. Lawrence River, which he named the country of Canadas. After the Iroquois named for the 2 big settlements he saw at Stadacona. Historically, he was the first European to describe and map the Gulf of St. Lawrence and the shores of the St. Lawrence River, which he named the country of Canadas after the Iroquois name for the big 2 settlements he saw at Stadacona, Quebec and Hochelaga, Montreal Island. So we get extra naval tradition and a really nice explorer. I think he's much better than the one we have, isn't he? Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna put Mr. Cartier in charge of our fleet and let him increase our income. Damn, did we really jump up to... Wow, okay. I think the trade node is recovering from whatever horrific things happened to it. No idea, I can't really explain, but whatever. I'm just happy that we're swimming in cash again, that our colonies are growing, and that we are fine. It might be worth noting that I would like to recruit some advisors, but I'm trying to not to, because they would most likely fuck us up again and I would have to fire them. So I'm gonna let this run up. Wow, 15? Damn. Game, you're tempting me. You're tempting me, and we really have a low amount of power points, so we would need them. Fucking hell. Irish rebels again. Damn. England doesn't really have a easy situation with the whole Ireland thing up there. That's just crazy. Greek science rediscovered. The Renaissance led many scholars to study Greek in order to read classical texts preserved by the Byzantines. Having spent some time in Constantinople, returned to Nantes and spent years translating classic Roman texts into Latin, reintroducing ancient Greek and Roman concepts to Breton science. One of the most influential of these texts was Ptolemy's Geographia, a 2nd century atlas and treatise on cartography. The world map in it was a revelation to Europeans and inspired later explorers to seek ways to travel across the Atlantic to Asia. However, it was also widely criticized for being inaccurate. So we can outfit an expedition immediately. We have a 60% chance that we get 200 diplomatic power, but we can also lose prestige and get reformed desire. Or publish the texts, we get money and religious scandal and 75 diplomatic power, and condemn the texts as inaccurate. So this is really tricky. I would like to do this one because the 200 diplomatic power would be awesome for us. But I don't want to lose the prestige. What the hell, let's take the risk. And fail. Fuck! Fuck. Anyway, our military has jumped back to 12, the land force limit, so I recruited a new unit of the pike and shot, and I built 2 extra ships that will protect our trade, so they are here sailing. When the last one, the last caravel is built, I'm gonna detach them and see if we could maybe do a mission with those ships. Actually, our colonists have dropped to ridiculously low levels here, so I'm gonna recall one of these guys and put him on to Briadour. I think he will have a slight, no, 1.5 chance. Okay. That's pretty shitty. So let's just put them to where they might have the most chance. Oh! Funny, Gora is already too far away. So we can't really... Oh no, don't they tell me we can't go with Jewelry? Fuck. Well, actually the next technology will give us extra 25 in colonial range. Damn, I should have gone with the 75 guaranteed. Never mind. We still can take the many paths humanist idea. Private watchman, we really don't need that. But yeah, the income is decent. Even it dropped. Well, it oscillated between 24 and 40, then it dropped again. And we are at 1.80 per month. But I'm drawing my armies using my king because our army professionalism dropped to almost 42, so I decided I'm gonna just bump it up a bit more. The reason of that being that I would really like to have it as high as possible in case of a conflict with France. And as far as we're making at least a bit of money, I'm okay. Okay, so this ship is going to be ready in a couple of days, so let's just wait for it. I'm gonna send you guys to pick it up in the port. Okay, and we'll see if we can outfit an expedition using our explorer. Okay, so let's pack them. I'm gonna detach 3 oh, we still got 2 Latin South caravels. I did not know that. Okay, we need an explorer. No, there's just the circumnavigating the globe. So the Carrack is going to stay in the port, and the rest is going to protect the trade in Northwest Atlantic. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. Anyway, that's all for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully, where we will get the galleons and some of the humanist ideas. Actually, I wanted to check before I go. Oh, that's not it. Where are the institutions? So capital has it 52%, 32, 55. Because this is quite a lot, but for Honest it's like 94, and Brovaned, that's also 90 almost. That would be 160 down, and we're down to something like 250. And then we could just take it. The 25% penalty, I think it's 25, right? Yeah, 25% is quite high, and I would really like to get rid of it soon. Oh, fuck me. Berbers resist Christian occupation. The Berber tribes have not taken kindly to being occupied by Christian heathens. The local populations are organizing, and uprisings are widespread, demanding our immediate withdrawal from these lands. On a handful of coastal trade outposts are seemingly unscathed. Okay, but they're leaving. That happened last time as well. I guess that's maybe because we have the live and what live, or whatever that's called. So they're just gonna go be fat somewhere else. Okay, I'm fine with that.